Okay, moving to the next one, we are in AP and GP. AP and GP is a topic that we have learned all the way from the secondary school, and I believe we have grounded understanding in it. But we're going to look at some few things about AP and GP. So firstly, I would like us to look at AP. Let's take AP, which is also called arithmetic progression. Now, to look for the nth term of an AP, it is A plus N minus 1D. I believe that is, we can remember then. Also, to look for the sum of an AP, you have N over 2 into 2A plus N minus 1D. Also, we have Xn equals to N over 2 into A plus L. These are the formulas to look for the sum of an AP. Okay, I'm going to throw some few examples to drive the point home. Then we move to arithmetic mean of an AP. Now, looking at this, if a given series is said to be an AP, the unique property of that sequence or the series is that it will have a common difference. If it doesn't have a common difference, then it's not an AP. Let me take an example. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a sequence. I want to know if this sequence is an AP. 2 minus 1 is 1. 3 minus 2 is 1. 4 minus 3 is 1. 5 minus 4 is 1. So when you take the example, you have A, B, C. B minus A must be equals to C minus A. Must be equals to D minus C. Must be equals to E minus D. Must be equals to F minus E. That's what we are trying to say. Once A minus B is the same thing as B minus A, is the same thing as D minus C, that sequence is said to be an arithmetic progression. That is one thing we must note there. Okay. The next thing we have to note is how to attack questions in AP. Okay, I'll pick one question. It says the 16th term of an AP is 93. The 16th term of an AP is 93. Okay. Given that its common difference is 6. Now, the 16th term of an AP, T16, is 93. The 16th term of an AP is 93. Then I'll say, given that its common difference is 6, they gave me that D is equals to 6. Okay, find the first term of that AP. Now, how do I attempt this question? If they say that the 16th term of an AP is 93, or they say a certain term of an AP is given as a certain number, what you are going to express that is as 16th time. You first of all write out the nth term of an AP is A plus N minus 1D. This is the nth term of an AP. So the question says the 16th term now. That means this N has become 16. T16 will now become A, I don't know. N is 16, remember. 16 minus 1, then D. This is what they mean by the 16th term of an AP. Then they say it is equals to what? 93. So that you can say A plus 16 minus 1 is 15. D is equals to 93. This is this equation they are talking about. So when they say that the 16th term of an AP is 93, they mean that A plus 15D is equals to 93. Okay. Remember they now told us that the common difference D is 6. That means I have the value of D. So I have A plus 15 into 6 is equals to 93. They asked me to find the first term, which is A. So I'm simply going to have 15 times 6. That is 90. I have A plus 90 is equals to 93. So that A becomes 93 minus 90. So that A becomes what? 3. I've got the first value, the first term of that AP. The most important thing here is this being expressed as this. I believe that point is but. We move to another example. The second example says the third term of an AP is 10. The third term of an AP is 10. Again. And they say, and the seventh term is 34. The seventh term is 34. The third term is 10. The seventh term is 34. Okay. Then I'll say, find the first term and the common difference. The third term of an AP is 10. The seventh term is 34. We are going to convert this statement just the way we did before. First of all, that the nth term of an AP is this. So if you say the third term is 10, it means that I'm going to be having A plus 3 third term minus 1 D is equals to 10. So that this becomes A plus 3 minus 1 is 2. 2D is equals to 10. This is the first equation. When they say the third term of an AP is 10, it means A plus 2D is equals to 10. They also say that the seventh term is 34. Also, I'm going to be having A plus 7 minus 1 is equals to 34. So I have A plus 6D is equals to 34. This becomes another equation, which stands for the seventh term of an AP is equals to 34. So I have equation 1, I have equation 2. I can solve simultaneously. So for me to solve simultaneously, I have A plus 2D is equals to 10. I have A plus 6D is equals to 34. I need to get the value of A, which is the first term, and D, which is the common difference. So I will say equation 2 minus equation 1. So A minus A is 0. 6D minus 2D will give me 4D is equals to 34 minus 10 is equals to 24. So that D becomes 24 over 4. And 24 divided by 4 is 6. So the value of my D is 6. Now, to get the value of my A, I can put the value of D into any of the equation. So let me put into equation 1. If equation 1 is A plus 2D equals to 10. So, but D is 6 now. A plus 2 into 6 is equals to 10. 2 times 6 is 12. A plus 12 is equals to 10. Therefore, A is equals to 10 minus 12. A becomes minus 2. So the value of A is minus 2, while the value of D is 6. So we have seen 2 examples in AP and GP. Let's look at 2 examples when you come to the sum of AP. When you come to the sum of an AP, remember we are still doing AP, we'll still get to GP. Sum of AP. Master these things I'm saying. These are the things you need for your exams. Now, when you come to sum of an AP, let's take the first example. Find the number of terms. Okay, look at this. This question says, find the number of terms. Okay, let's see. Find the sum of the sequence below. Find the sum of the sequence below. I have 3, 5, comma, 7, comma, 9, 27. They say find the sum of the sequence. We want to find the sum of this sequence. Remember, we have two formulas for finding the sum. We said that the first one is Sn equals to n over 2 into 2a plus n minus 1d. And another one is Sn equals to n over 2 into a plus l. We use this one when we have the last term. This one becomes very important to use. Now, when do you know you have the last term? Look at this sequence, you have the last term. The last term here is 27. So when they give me the last term, listen, when they give me the last term, they will not give me the value of n. But if they give me the value of n, they will not give me the last term. Note that, I repeat, when they give me the last term, they will not give me the value of n. When they give me the value of n, they will not give me the last term. So here they've given me the last term, which is L. I need to find n so I can solve out. So for me to find n, I have to convert this thing to a statement. The last number here is 27. So I will say the Tn a plus n minus 1d was equals to 27. So the first term of this is 3. I don't know the value of n. Its common difference, 5 minus 3 is 2. 7 minus 5 is 2. 9 minus 7 is 2. So value of d is 2. Is equals to 27. So that I'm going to be having 3 plus 2n minus 2 is equals to 27. 3 minus 2 is 1. I have 2n. 3 minus 2 minus plus 1. 3 minus 2 is 1 equals to 27. 2n equals to 27 minus 1. 2n equals to 26. So that n becomes 26 over 2. And when we do 26 divided by 2, we get 13. So I have succeeded to get the value of n. And I believe you see the way I got the value of n. Like I said, when do you know you are going to get the value of n? If they give me the last term, I will know that I will definitely look for the value of n. But if they didn't give me the last term, I will see the value of n, which is the next example I'm going to take. So now I've got the value of n. Can I now find the, can I now sum this sequence? Yes. The solution becomes now, I'll be using this one, Sn equals to n over 2 into a plus l. That will give me 13 over 2 into a is 3 plus 27. We have 13 over 2 times 27 plus 3, 30 over 1. 2 here, 1, 2 here, 15. So we have 15 times 13, which will give us 195. So the sum of this sequence is 195. I believe that is clear. Now, the next example I'm going to bring now, I will bring in the value of n and I will not give the value of l, so that we will see how growth looks like in the when you see such in the exam. Okay. Find the sum of the sequence below. Look at this sequence: 1, 5, 9, 13. And look at this question. We should find the sum of this sequence. First of all, I know that this sequence is an AP. How? 5 minus 1 is 4. 9 minus 5 is 4. 13 minus 9 is 4. It has common difference, so it's an AP. Now, they asked me to find the sum. 10th term means that the value of n here is 10. So, if they have given me the value of n, that means I don't have the last term. So, I'm going to be using Sn equals to n over 2 into 2a plus n minus 1d, because I don't have the last term. So I'm going to be using. So the value of my n here is 10. 10 over 2. This is how you give you the value of n. So 2 into a is 1. Then n is 10 minus 1 Common difference is 4. Here is 5 into 2 plus 9 times 4 is 36 plus 2, 38 times 5, 190. That is 36 times 36 plus 2, 38. 38 times 5, 190. So Sn is equals to 100 and what? 90. So you have seen these two examples when they give you n and when they do not give you n. I believe that is very, very clear. Then the next thing we're supposed to look into in AP and GP is what we call arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean of an AP. Arithmetic mean of an AP. Arithmetic mean of an AP. We say that if A, B, C are AP, then B is equals to A plus C over 2. If A, B, C are AP, then B, the value of B you can get by, if you do this plus this divided by 2, you get the value of B. That is arithmetic mean. And someone will ask, how does this come out in the exam? Sometimes we call it missing terms. So when we go to the past question, we're going to see. But just mark that this is what we call arithmetic mean, which also referred to as missing terms. There is an example I want to bring out here. He said a sequence UN is defined as a sequence UN, or you can say Tn, is defined as 7n over 2n minus 1. You now say list the first 5 elements of this. List the first 5 elements of this. This is very simple. What you're going to do, the first element is when n is equals to 1. The second element is when n is equals to 2. The third element is when n is equals to 3. So I'm going to be having n equals to 1. I'm going to be having 7n. 7 times 1 is 7. 2 times 1 is 2 minus 1, which will give me 7 over 1, which is equals to 7. When n is equals to 2, I have 2 times 7 is 14. 2 times 2 is 4 minus 1, which will give me 14 over 3. When n is equals to 3, I'm going to have 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 2 is 6 minus 1, which will give me 21 over 5. When n is equals to 4, I'm going to be having 7 times 4 is 28. And 4 times 2 is 8. 8 minus 1 is 9. So I'm going to be having 28 over 9. Then when n is equals to 5, I'm going to be having 7 times 5 is 35. Then 2 times 5 is 10. 10 minus 1 is 9. Hence, the first 5 terms is going to be 7, 14 over 3, 21 over 5, 28 over 9, and 35 over 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the first 5 terms. I think that is one of the questions in your workbook. I think that is very, very clear. That is very, very clear. So I know if you see something like that, you can apply it. So we have seen AP, terms of an AP, arithmetic mean, sum of an AP. We're going to go to GP now. Let's look at GP, just like we have seen in AP. To find the nth term of a GP, we have ARN minus 1. That is the nth term of a GP. Okay. What about the sum of GPs? we have the sum. We have the first formula to say A into 1 minus R raised power n over 1 minus R. This is when R is less than 1. We also have n equals to A into R raised power n minus 1 over R minus 1. This is when R is greater than 1. These are the two formulas for finding the sum of a GP. The R is called the common ratio, while the A is called the first term. All this we have learned in secondary school. We are just reminding ourselves about them. Okay. We also have what we call sum to infinity. It is A over R minus 1. Sum to, 1 minus R. This is what we call sum to infinity. That's what we call sum to infinity. So, let's see one or two examples in GP, just the way we saw in AP. Okay. Okay, this question says the 8th term of a GP is 640. The 8th term of a GP is 640. The 8th term of a GP is 640. That means T8 is equals to 640. The 8th term of a GP is 640. If the first term is 5, they gave me A to be 5. They asked me to find the common ratio. So remember the way we expressed that of AP, we are going to do that here. So Tn is ARN minus 1. So it is equals to now 640. So that T8 is equals to ARN is 8. 8 minus 1, which is equals to 640. I have AR7 equals to 640. This is exactly what we are talking about. Now, but they're giving me that A is 5. So I'm going to be having 5R7 equals to 640. So I want to get the value of R. I divide both sides by 5. I have R7 equals to 640 over 5. And when I do 640 divided by 5, give me 128. So I'm going to find the 7th root of 128. 7th root of 128. Using my calculator, I will find the 7th root of 128. And that is 2. So the value of R is what? 2. The value of R, which is the common ratio, is 2. So I believe this example met also well. So let's say example of a sum of a GP. Let's see one example for sum of GP. I say they gave us 3, minus 16, okay, minus 6, 12, and up till 8th term. Now the question says, sum the sequence below. Sum the sequence below. Is this an AP or a GP? This is a GP. How did I know? It must have common ratio. That means this divided by this is going to be equal with this divided by this. Watch now. Minus 6 divided by 3. This will give me 3 here, 1, 3 here, 2. Will give me minus 2. 12 divided by minus 6. Minus doesn't stay down. It goes up. Here 1, here 2, which is minus 2. So that this divided by this will give me minus 2. While this divided by this will give me minus 2. This is a GP. If I check it for being an AP, minus 6 minus 3 is not the same thing as 12 minus 6. So this is a GP. So finding the sum of a GP, first of all, I'm going to get the value of R, which is the common ratio. If you observe, the value of R here is minus 2. and minus 2 is less than 0. So if minus 2 is less than 1, so if minus 2 is less than 1, that means my Sn will be equals to A into 1 minus r raised power n over 1 minus r. That's what I'm going to use. So at this point now, what is my A? My A is 3. 1 minus, what is my r? Minus 2 raised to power n, 8 times 8 over 1 minus minus 2. And this will produce us 3 into minus 2 raised to power 8. 256. 1 minus 256 over 3. Do you agree to that? This will cancel out this. Therefore, Sn becomes 1 minus 256, which is same thing as 1 minus 256 will give us minus 255. Final answer. I believe that is very clear. So you see that for you to find the sum of an GP, you have to find the common ratio and know the exact sum formula you're going to use. Exact sum formula you'll be using. I believe that example made a lot of sense. Okay. The next thing we're going to look at is geometric mean. Geometric mean. So remember that we said if A, B, C are AP, then B is equals to A plus C over 2. What of if A, B, C are GP? Then B is going to be root of A, C plus or minus. This is geometric mean. Why this is arithmetic mean? Okay. How do we apply this? We'll see that in question. Okay. We'll see that in question. But let me take one example from here and take one example in. I'm going to work on these two now. Let me take first example here. Let me start with the GP. So find the missing term of the GP. They gave me 2. The question is, what number is missing here? The question is, what number is missing here? So I will apply A, B, C. Then, since the center number is the one missing, then B becomes root of A times C. Do you remember? So to get that, let me call this P. So P becomes 2 times 8. 2 times 8 is 16, and which is equals to 4. So my answer is plus or minus 4. That's what we mean by geometric mean. If it were to be arithmetic mean, if this was to be an AP, to find the P will be equals to A plus C over 2, which is 2 plus 8 over 2. This is 10 over 2, and this is 5. That means value of P becomes 5 when we talk about AP. And value of P becomes when we talk about GP. So this is what we mean by geometric mean, and this is what we mean by arithmetic mean. Let's take one more example in geometric mean and arithmetic mean. Then we'll look at past questions. Okay, look at this. I have P, comma, minus 28, comma, M, comma, minus 7. Then I'll say I should find the missing term. If it is a GP, if this thing is GP, what's the value of P and M? Okay, so if you watch, we can use geometric mean, because this, I can pick 3 numbers that have a center missing. So I can use geometric mean here. Let me start with that geometric mean. Since I have this, I can say this is A, B, C. So to get the B now, which is my M, is root of A times C. I'm going to be having minus 28 times minus 7. Okay, minus 28 times minus 7, 196. 196. If I take the root of 196, it's going to give me 14. So appropriately, therefore, M is equals to 14. So that means I can come here and say this one is 14. So if this one is 14, I can now get the common ratio so that I will now know what to do here. That means 14 minus 28 should be the same thing as minus 7 minus 14. Okay, that means since it's GP, so I have 14 divided by minus 28 should be equals to minus 7 divided by 14. Let's check that. 14 divided by minus 28. This will give me minus 1 over 2. What of 7 minus 7 divided by 14 will also give me minus 1 over 2. You say that they are the same. So that means this 14 is correct. So if that means this divided by P should give me minus 1 over 2. So if I have that, I will now say minus 28 divided by P should be equals to minus 1 over 2. So that if I cross multiply, I have minus P equals to 28 times 2 minus 56. This times this is minus 56. This times this is minus 1. So that P becomes 56. P becomes 56. So here is 56. If you do minus 28 divided by 56, try that. Minus 28 divided by 56, it will give you minus 28 divided by 56, it will give you minus 1 over 2. So you see that the value of P here is 56, the value of M here is 14, where this one is 28 and this one is minus 7. What we use in solving this thing is the method of geometric progression. Also, we can use the method of getting what we want using what we have. Let me use that method so that should you understand that other one, this new one is also good. The question was, I had P minus 28, M minus 7. Now look at another method I'm going to use in solving this. If you watch, this is the first term, second term, third term, and fourth term. I know the second term. It's just like saying the second term of a GP is minus 28. So T2 is equals to minus 28. The second term of a GP is equals to minus 28. And the fourth term, T4, is equals to minus 7. So if I have this new information, you know this one is the remember that Tn is equals to ARn minus 1. So that T2 will be equals to AR2 minus 1, and it is equals to minus 28. So that here I'm going to be having AR2 minus 1 is 1 equals to minus 28. That gives me my first equation. Also, T4 is equals to AR4 minus 1 is equals to minus 7. So that I'm going to be having AR3 is equals to minus 7, and that will give me equation 2. So from this equation 1 and equation 2, I can get the value of A and the value of R, which I'm going to have as AR equals to minus 28, and I have AR cubed equals to minus 7. This is equation 1, this is equation 2. So I will do equation 2 divided by equation 1. So, because this is GP, you are not doing equation 2 minus equation 1. That is for AP. But for GP, you have equation 2 divided by equation 1. So if I have that, I'm doing equation 2 divided by equation 1. So I have AR cubed over AR equals to minus 7 over minus 28. A cancels A. There are 3 R up, there is 1 R down, so it will remain 2. So I have R squared here equals to 7 in 28 minus, we cancel minus, 7 here 1, 7 here is 4. So I have 1 over 4 here. So to get the value of R becomes, I take the root of both sides. That is to say, so that this will remove this. My R becomes 1 over 2. My R becomes 1 over 2. Now, having gotten my R to be 1 over 2, remember, someone will ask now, but your R the other time was minus 1 over 2. And now we are getting our R now to be 1 over 2. Yes. Remember, when you take the arithmetic, geometric mean, it's going to be plus or minus root of AC. Plus or minus. It can be plus, it can be minus, but the value will be the same. Okay. So here it's giving us plus. The other side gave us minus. They are the same. Depending, whatever you have can arrange your sequence the way it is. So I've got my value of my R to be 1 over 2. If my R is 1 over 2, then what is going to be my A? I'll put the value of R into equation 1. So I'm going to be having AR equals to minus 28, which is equation 1. So A into 1 over 2 equals to minus 28. So I have that will give me A over 2 equals to minus 28 over 1. A becomes minus 28 times 2. Minus 28 times 2. That is going to give me 56. Do you see it? So my value of A is 56. Now, to get P and M now, I have got my value of A. I've got my value of A to be 56 and my R to be 1 over 2. So to get my first term is already appeared. So P is 56. That's already appeared. Then for me to get M is the third term. T3 is equals to AR 3 minus 1. My A is 56. Then my R is half. 3 minus 1 is 2. And which is going to give me 56 times 1 over 4. 56 times 1 over 4, which is same thing as 56 over 4. And if you do 56 divided by 4, it's going to give me 14. Remember that the last time we got here was what? 14. So you see, whichever way you attack it from, whether you are going through the part of arithmetic mean, or you are going through the part of using the ones you know to get the ones you don't know, they are all the same. I believe by the time you rewind this lesson, you will try to get what we are saying. So we have been able to do arithmetic mean, geometric mean. Okay, let me take one question under arithmetic mean, just like we did for geometric mean now. This one is geometric mean. Let me take one more example under arithmetic mean. Then we'll look at the questions that have been out in the past question, and then we can call that a day for AP. Let's see. We have 4 P M 8.5. They say this is an AP. They told that this is an AP. We should find the value of P and M. So if this is an AP, it means that P minus 4 is same thing as M minus P. Is same thing as this minus this. So let me first of all keep this guy very well. So I have 4 P M. 2 times 8 is 16. 16 plus 1 is 17 over 2. Now, in this case now, the information here, my A is 4. And my T4 is 17 over 2. That are the two information I have here. So, for T4 to be 17 over 2, it means that the T4 is equals to A plus N minus 1D is equals to 17 over 2. Do you remember that? Where my N is now 4, A plus 4 minus 1 is 3. D is equals to 17 over 2. But A is given to us as 4. So I have 4 plus 3D is equals to 17 over 2. So that 3D becomes 17 over 2 minus 4 over 1. So I can use my calculator to help myself out there. If I want to find the value of 17 over 2 minus 4, it's going to give me 9 over 2. 3D equals to 9 over 2. So that D becomes 9 over 2 divided by 3. 9 over 2 divided by 3 is going to give me 3 over 2. So I've got the value of my A here given as 4 and my D is 3 over 2. So I can, since my common difference is 3 over 2, I can start adding 3 over 2 everywhere by saying 4 plus 3 over 2, 11 over 2. So here will be 11 over 2. Then plus 3 over 2. Here will be 7 plus 3 over 2. That is 11 over 2 plus 3 over 2. There will be 7. 7 plus 3 over 2. That is 17 over 2. You see that therefore the value of my P is this and the value of my M is that. So that is another thing we are talking about in arithmetic progression. So you can, from what you have, look for what you don't have. So what we are going to go into now is our past questions. We're going to go to our past questions now. Okay. What I have here in 2020, I have question number 4. I have question number 4. Okay. Okay. First of all, I have question number 1. 2020, 2021. I have question number 1. Okay. Question number 1 first. Okay, no, that question number 1 is not AP and GP. Question number 4. So the first term of an AP, the first 3 terms of an AP is given as, look at this question, very corny, x, comma, 3x plus 1, comma, 7x minus 4. They say the first 3 terms of an AP is given as this. They now says, find their common difference. Okay, this is an AP. For it to be an AP, it means that whatever, if I can know the value of x, if I multiply it by 3 and add it to 1, I will have a certain number. That number minus whatever x is the same thing as whatever I get here minus here. So what I'm going to do is to get an expression. I will say 3x plus 1 minus x is the same thing as 7x minus 4 minus 3x plus 1. Hope you understand. this minus this is the same thing as this minus this. So that this expression will help me to get the value of my x. So remember, this is question number 4, 2020-2021. So I'm going to be having 3x plus 1 minus x here equals to 7x minus 4 minus 3x minus 1. Okay, collect like terms. 3x minus 7x plus 3x. Okay, then plus 1 minus plus 4 minus 1, 3x. Okay, let's start from 3x minus x, then minus 7x, then plus 3x, all the one carrying x is over, then plus 1 plus 4, that is coming over this side, plus minus 1, which will now come over here, becoming plus 1, all equals to 0. I believe you understand that we brought everything here. 3x plus 1 minus x minus 7x plus 4 plus 3x plus 1, all equals to 0. So 3x, that means I'm going to be having here 3 minus 1, 3 minus 1 minus 7 plus 3 will give me minus 2x, then 1 plus 4 plus 1 will give me 6 plus 6 equals to 0. So that I have minus 2x, or I can say 6 is equals to 2x. Carry 2x to the other side to make it positive, so that x becomes 6 over 2, which will give me 3. So you see, I've got the value of my x to become 3. Since I've got the value of my x to become 3, I will now rewrite this equation. I will now have x is 3, comma, 3 times 3, 9. 9 plus 1 is 10. 7 times 3 is 21. 21 minus 4 is 17. Do you see that 10 minus 3 is 7? 17 minus 10 is still 7. So this is what they are trying to say. So what's the question now? The question says we should find the common difference. The common difference is what? 7. And that is that's question number 4, 2020-2021. The next one we are going to look into is question number 5. It says find the value of 2x plus y in the arithmetic progression. You see, look at what they have there. Question number 5. I believe you are seeing it in your own material there. They gave an arithmetic progression. They says minus 8, comma, x, comma, y, comma, 19. And it says find the value of 2x plus y. I should find the value of 2x plus y. That means if I know the value of x and I know the value of y, I will input it inside here and give you the value of 2x plus y. So, and if I look at this, it's missing term. Do you remember? Missing term. I cannot use direct, they say this is an AP. I cannot use direct arithmetic, that is a plus c over 2, because I cannot pick 3 numbers at a go. I can't pick. So I will use what I have to get what I want. Here, my a is already given to me as minus 8. And my T4 is 19. So it means that T4 is equals to a plus n minus 1d equals to 19. Remember that my a is minus 8. So I have minus 8 plus 4 minus 1 is 3. 3d, okay, equals to 19. So 3d is equals to 19 plus 8. 3D is equals to 19 plus 8. That will give me 27. So D becomes 27 over 3, which is equals to 3 times 9, 27. 27 over 3 is 9. So I've got the value of D. Here now, my A is minus 8. My D is 9. So when I come here, since my common difference is 9, I will start adding 9. Minus 8 plus 9. Minus 8 plus 9 is 1. That means here is 1. 1 plus 9, that means here is 10. Okay? Minus 8, if you do 1 minus 8, 1 minus 8, which will give you 1 plus 8 is equals to what? 9. You see that the common difference is 9. If you do 9 minus 1 is still 9. Okay, so that means the value of my x is 1 and the value of my y is 10. I bring it into this. I'm going to be having 2 into 1 plus 10. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 10, which will give me what? 12. So the value of 2x plus y is equals to 12. I want us to master the way the questions are coming. Okay? We have seen question number 4. We have seen question number 5. Look at question number 6. He said the second term of a GP is 9. Why the fourth term is 81? Oh, see, that same thing we have learned before. The second term of a GP. The question says that the second term, that is question number 6. The second term of a GP is 9. It means T2 is equals to 9. And the fourth term is 81. T4 is equals to 81. Let me express this first. This one means T2 is equals to A arrow n minus 1, which is same thing as A arrow 2 minus 1. And this will give me A arrow equals to what now? 9, equation 1. This other one, T4, is A arrow 4 minus 1. This will produce A arrow 3 equals to what now? 81, equation 2. So I'm going to do equation 2 divided by equation 1, which will give me A arrow cube over A arrow equals to 81 over 9. A cancels A. I have arrow square here equals to 81 divided by 9. That is 9. So we have 9 here. So that if we take square root of 9, we have what? 3. Or we can say it's plus or minus 3. So if you are using plus 3, okay, you are using minus 3, you are okay. Just like we saw plus or minus half in our example. So now I have my R to be 3. Now I have my A is equals to, okay, I've not got my A. So if I have my R to be 3, so if AR is equals to 9 and my arrow is 3, so A times 3 is equals to 9. So that A becomes 9 over 3, which will become 9 divided by 3 is 3. So my A is 3 and my arrow is 3. Okay. My A is 3, my arrow is 3. Now the question proper now. The question says, find the sixth term of the GP. Oh, the sixth term. The sixth term, T6. T6 will be A arrow n minus 1. A is 3. Arrow is 3. 6 minus 1 is 5. 3 raised to the power 5 times 3. That is all we need there. 3 raised to the power 5 times 3. And that gives me 7, 2, 9. Option A. 7, 2, 9. So you see that all we have practiced is all we are seeing. The next question is question number 9 in the same 2020-2021. Okay, that's not it. That's not question number 9. Okay, we look at question number 7. Okay. Okay, question number 7, not 9, sorry. Question number 7, it says, find the sum to infinity of the geometric progression. You see, sum to infinity. They are asking us sum to infinity there. They're asking us about sum to infinity. Remember that we said that sum to infinity is a over r minus 1, if we are not mistaken. Sum to infinity is 1 minus r, okay? 1 minus r. So, they say I should find a sum to infinity of the GP 4, 2, 1. The GP is 4, 2, 1. So if this is a GP, then my A here is 4. My R will be 2 over 4, which will give me 1 over 2, which is also 1 over, so my is 1 over 2. So if I bring it to sum to infinity, I'll have 4 over 1 minus 1 over 2. My calculator will do that for me. I have 4 over 1 minus 1 over 2. And that will give me 8. Sum to infinity is what? 8. And that place is option B. Option B is 8. Then we have section B. Let's look at section B. Section B. Section B. Question number 5. Section B. Question number 5. Let's look at section B. Question number 5. Section B. Question number 5. You will see something like this. He said the sum of the geometric progression, we have 5, 10, 320. The sum of this geometric progression is what? The sum of this geometric, this is a GP. If it were to be an AP, they've given us the last time. But a GP, first of all, my A here is 5. What of my R? My R is 10 over 5, which is equals to 2. So my R, and if you watch, my R is greater than 1. So I'm going to be using the sum where the R is greater than 1. So I'm going to be saying Sn is equals to, if you observe now, there's no value of n here. There's no value of n here. However, we have gotten our A is 5 and our R is 2. So to get my n, I will say that Tn is equals to ARN minus 1 is equals to 320. Okay? A is 5. My R is 2. I don't know my n minus 1. I'm looking for the value of n, 320. So 2 n minus 1 equals to 320 over 5. When we divide 320 by 5, we have 64. So 2 n minus 1 equals to 64. So what I'm going to be looking for here is the equivalent of n minus 1. 2 raised to power what will give me 64. 2 raised to power 8. Okay. 2 raised to power 4 is 16. 2 raised to power 5 is 32. 2 raised to power 6 is 64. 2 raised to power 6 is 64. Why am I using 2? Because the base here is also 2. So I have 2 n minus 1 equals to 2 raised to power 6. So that n minus 1 is equals to 6. Then n becomes 6 plus 1. N is equals to 7. I've got the value of my n. If I get the value of my n, that means my A is 5, my R is 2, my n is equals to 7. Then my Sn will now become A into r raised to power n minus 1 over r minus 1. My A is 5. My r is 2. My n is 7. My r is 2. So I'm having, permit me to clean here. So I'll be having 2 minus 1 is 1. So I have 5 into 2 raised to power 7. 128 minus 1. That will give me 5 into 127. So 127 times 5 is give me 635. That's my final answer. So if I sum this, I will have 635. 635. That is for that year. If we look at another year, like 2021/2022, we have question number 1. It says, if the third term of a GP is 18 and the fifth term is 162, find the common ratio. We have done this as an example in our one of our example. So I believe you can do that. Then question number 6 of it, the fourth and the ninth term of an AP is 2 and 7. Find the value of, we have done that. You have done that. Then section B of it, we have question number 10. We have question number 10 for section B of, question number 10. The fourth, almost the same thing with question number 6. Observe that. Question number 6 and question number 10, that is 10, not 1 in section B. They are the same. So I believe with what we have done in AP and GP, we already have fully read up others, and I believe you will have what to do about it. So we move to another topic, since we have done and dusted AP and GP. And I want to say something. When you are doing AP and GP, there is something we call summation. Look at question number 3, 2020. It says summation of 5k equals to 0 minus 1k, 2k plus 1. He said we should evaluate this. There's no much issue about here. So what it means that we are going to write out what this is. This is just like a sequence. It says that k, now look at k, it starts from 0 and it ended at 5. That's what it means. K start from 0, it ended at 5. So when k is 0, I'm going to be having, when k is equals to 0, so I'm going to have a minus 1 raised to power 0. 2 times 0 plus 1. So minus 1 raised to power 0. Anything raised to power 0 is 1. Times 2 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. Times 1. 1 times 1 is 1. So we have 1. When k is equals to 1, we have minus 1 raised to power 1. We still give me minus 1. Then 2 times 1 is 2. Plus 1 is 3 times 3. That will give me minus 3. When k is equals to 2, we're going to be having minus 1 raised to power 2 is 1. Minus 1 raised to power 2 is 1. Then 2 times 1 is 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 times 1 is 5. Here is 5. When k is equals to 3, watch it. Minus 1 raised to power 3 is minus 1. We have minus 1 there. Then 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 times minus 1 is minus 7. It's minus 7. When k is equals to 4, Okay, minus 1 raised to power 4 is 1. Then 2 times 4 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 times 1 is 9. When k is equals to 5, minus 1 raised to power 5 is minus 1. Then 2 times 5 is 10. 10 plus 1 is 11. 11 times minus 1 is minus 11. Minus 11. I haven't gotten this, so I'm going to write out 1 minus 3, 5 minus 7, 9 minus 11. This is what they want us to add. This is what we call summation notation. Okay, this is one example of summation notation. And we end AP and GP on this note. So we'll enter another topic. We're going to solve some questions from the workbook. Okay, we have that they say if these are 3 consecutive terms of an AP, we should find the possible value of P. It means if these things are AP, that means this minus this should be equals to this minus this. So I'm going to be having 2P minus 10 minus P plus 1 should be equals to 1 minus 4P squared minus 2P minus 10. That means this minus this should be equals to this minus this. So I have 2P minus 10 minus P minus 1 equals to 1 minus 4P squared minus 2P minus 10. Let's collect everything this way. First of all, those that have bringing this, I have 4P squared. There is no other P squared. The next ones are, I have plus 2P minus P plus 2P, and that's all for P. Then I have minus 1 plus 10, all equals to 0. Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You remain 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Somebody is missing. We have this. We have this guy is here. Then 2P minus P. Okay. You should be talking about this 10 here. So we have this is plus 10 and this is minus 10 equals to 0. Okay. So having this, we have 4P squared 2 minus 1, 2, 2 minus 1 plus 2. That should give us 3. 3P plus 3P, because 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. Then we have minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. You know, this will take away this. Minus 1 will give us minus 2. That will give us minus 2 equals to 0. Take time to look at your workings. So if you observe, this is now a quadratic equation because the highest power of the unknown here now is 2. So I'm going to factorize using my own calculator here. So I have 4 as my A, 3 as my B, and minus 2 as my C. So I'm going to have it that my first value of P1 will be minus 3 plus root of 41 over 8, and my P2 will be minus 3 minus root of 41 over 8. So these are the values of P1 and P2. So that answers that question. We move to another one. This other one say find the sum of the AP. Okay, I think that is very clear. The sum of the AP. Find the number of times. Okay, that one is clear. Okay, look at this question. What is the smallest number of term of the GP? 4 plus 12 plus 36. What is the smallest number of terms of this GP that will give total greater than 3,000? That will give total greater than 3,000. The smallest number of this term of a GP, if this is a GP, the smallest number of this term that will give a total that is greater than 3,000. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I will find the one that can give a total that is equals to 3,000. So Sn, remember that Sn, first of all, my A here is 4. What of my R? 12 divided by 4. 12 divided by 4, I believe, give you 3. 12 divided by 4 is 3. Okay. So that is 3. 36 divided by 12, it should also be 3. It's 3. So my arrow is 3. So my arrow is greater. My arrow is greater than 1. So my Sn should now be, A into arrow raised power n minus 1 over arrow minus 1. So my A is already 4. My arrow is 3 raised to power, I'm looking for n, okay, minus 1 over 3 minus 1. This will give 4 into 3n minus 1 over 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 here, 1, 2 here, 2. This will give 2 into 3n minus 1. Okay. Remember that they said that this should be equal. Let us get the one that is equal to 3,000. Therefore, 2 into 3 raised power n minus 1 is equals to 3,000. Is equals to 3,000. So that I'm going to be having 3 raised power n minus 1 is equals to 3,000 divided by 2. And 3,000 divided by 2 will give me 1,500. So I'm having 3n minus 1 equals to 1,500. So that 3 raised power n becomes 1,500 minus 1. 3 raised power n becomes 1,500 minus 1. 1,499. 1,499. Now, at this point, I want to get the value of n. What I'm going to do here now is to take log of both sides. So I'll have log 3 raised power n is equals to log 1499. This will produce n log 3 equals to log 1499. So that n becomes log 1499 divided by log 3. So want to get what is the value of log 1499 divided by log 3. I will use my calculator to do that. Log 1499 divided by log 3. It gave me 6.656. 6.656. Therefore, n equals to 6.656. Remember, the question says the value of the GP that will exceed. What is the smallest number of the term of the GP that will exceed, that will that will give total greater than 3,000. This one will give total equals to 3,000. So the value of the smallest value of the term of the GP that will give a total greater than 3,000 will be n greater than 6.656. This is how you report your answer. When n is greater than 6.656, bam, it will be greater than 3,000. So that is one of the example I wanted to shed light on. I want to shed light on one also. I want to shed light on one again. It says the ninth term of an AP is 5 times the fifth term. The ninth term of an AP is 5 times the what? The fifth term of that AP. They now say, find the relationship between the first term and the common difference. The ninth term, let's see. Remember, T9 is equals to A plus N minus 1D. So which will give me A plus 9 minus 1 is 8, 8D. So that T9 becomes A plus 8D. Now I want to get the fifth term. T5 is equals to A plus N minus 1D, which will give me A plus 5 minus 1, 4D. So this is, so we say that the ninth term of this AP is 5 times the fifth term. So that means T9 is equals to 5 into T is 5 times the fifth term, T5. This is what it means. So if this is equals to 5 times this, then T9 is this, A plus 8D is equals to 5 into A plus 4D. So I have A plus 8D is equals to 5A plus 20D. Okay, so let's collect terms. We have, let me move, okay. I have 5, 8D, let me take that, minus 20D, 8D minus 20D is equals to 5A minus A. So that 8 minus 20 is 12. So I have 12D is equals to 5A minus A, 4A. This is a relationship between the common difference, because the question says, find the relationship between the first term and the common difference. This is a relationship between the first term, that if you multiply the common difference by 12, it will give you 4 times of the first term. So this is what the book wants you to read. I repeat the question. The ninth term of an AP is 5 times the fifth term. Find the relationship between the first term and the common difference. The ninth term of an AP is equal to 5 times the fifth term. Ninth term is this, fifth term is this. So ninth term is equal to 5 times the fifth term. So when you do the expression, you see the relationship is 12D equals to what? 4A. I believe these are some examples I brought out from the workbook under AP and GP. Okay, so I believe AP and GP has been treated the best way. Just keep reading. Ask your question on the comment section, please, so that it can benefit other people. Don't forget to, first of all, like the video. When you like the video, you subscribe, because there are going to be more videos for second semester. You subscribe, then You can share on Facebook, you can share on Twitter, TikTok, but please, all your comments should be on the comment section. Your questions should be on the comment section.